What if building an online business so that you can get paid for your gifts was easy? I know that's a tall claim, but hear me out. After 8 years of building online businesses, as starting out as a virtual assistant and online business manager, being behind the scenes of thousands of businesses in the online space, of building the funnels and the websites and all the fancy stuff that everybody says that you need, and understanding universal energy, I can tell you that it is easy. It is simple, and anyone can do it when you have the right information. Now, I know it's noisy out there. There's a lot of smoke and mirrors out there. You hop onto any social media platform and you're going to see advertisement after advertisement after advertisement about this software that you need and this platform that you need and this information that you need and this coaching program that you need. And while I do stand for having a coach that supports you, obviously, because I'm a business coach, you've got to be discerning in what's actually working and pay attention to what's actually working and not sign up for the next shiny thing. Because in today's world, there's a lot of shiny things. So, do you want to know what the 3 things are that you need to be aware of? Well, number 1 is that there are all of these opinions and this smoke and mirrors out there. And it's simpler than you think. You know, people say, well, you need to have a website and you need to have funnels and you need to know all your market research and you need to have this, that, and everything. And you probably need to stand on your head and wear the right color of socks too, right? And you've got to have a Facebook group and you got to be on Instagram and TikTok and you've got to dance and point at things and you got to be up to the latest trends and you got to make sure that you know how to do stories and reels and blah, 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 blah. It goes on. And are you overwhelmed yet? And you've probably tried at least 50% of those things and still haven't figured out how to make this a full-time income for yourself. So what do you need? What do you need in order to make this work? You need 3 things. Number 1, you need a way to get paid. Number 2, you need a way to book a call. And number 3, you need a way to have the call. That's it. Everything else is a distraction. So if you are waiting for your website to be built so that you can then make sales, stop. If you are building sales funnels so that you can make sales and what you really want to be doing is helping people, stop. If you are trying to figure out all the moving pieces and how to create reels and how to do stories and how to do this, that, and everything else, and if you're still trying to figure out how to stand on your head, stop. You only need these 3 things and everything else is a distraction, a shiny thing. And the world right now is set up to be shiny. People wanting to pull you to this, that, and everything else. And so your job is to keep it simple and to remember that it doesn't matter what strategy you use. What matters most is the thing behind the strategy, which leads me to point number 2. Universal energy supports your dreams. Because you are part of the universe and the universe is in you, you are born of the same stardust that everyone and everything is created from. And you are part of this universe. So if you decide, I want to create a full-time income and go help people, then the universe supports that. But your success depends upon how you show up in that. Do you show up for your dream going, I have to do all this, 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 and this? Do you show up in your dream overwhelmed and stressed out about all the technology you've got to figure out? Do you show up to your dream going, oh my God, I can't do it until I have all this other stuff figured out? Do you believe that you need to have all that other stuff before you could ever help someone? Or perhaps you could choose different thoughts, different beliefs, and different emotions because your energy, no matter what, is 80% of the success. The rest, 20%, is what you put on top of that energy. So your energy, 80% of your success, what you believe to be true. Could it be possible that you could get paid for your gifts with only 1 way to get paid, with only 1 way to book a call, and with only 1 way to have a call? Is it possible that you could get paid for that? Is it possible that you don't need the funnels and the website and all the other shiny things? Is it possible that you don't need to be able to create graphics in Canva in order to get paid for your gifts? Just think about that for a second. And if you can get on board with that, then when you show up to work in and on and with your business, do you show up from a place of, oh man, I'm so excited to see what I create and who I talk to today and what's going to happen? Or do you show up going, oh my God, I got to sit in front of my computer for 4 hours and figure this thing out? Do you show up in excitement, anticipation, love, all of the bliss that's available to you? Or do you show up obligated, stressed out, thinking about all the things you have to do, or in this place of I should? So let's stop shooting on ourselves and change how we feel about the business. Because the moment you change how you feel about things, everything else changes. The moment you change a belief and how you feel about things, everything else changes, which leads me to point number 3. Self-mastery is key in this business. I can promise you after 8 years in this gig that it is an emotional roller coaster. You are going to have ups and downs, and resiliency is required. You are going to have crappy days. You are going to have days where you're like, I don't even know which way is up. I've been standing on my head for so long. You are going to have days where you are bouncing off the walls with excitement and anticipation for what you're creating. But I can promise you, it is not a linear path. And from one day to the next, things can change in an instant. And that's the beauty of being an entrepreneur and the beauty of the freedom that this lifestyle provides to us. But if you don't have discernment, if you don't know who you are, and you don't know what works best for you, you're going to have a hard time. And if you don't know how to navigate your nervous system and build resiliency in your nervous system, it's going to be hard. So self-mastery is extremely important, which is why I bring all the tools of universal law and numerology and everything else to my work so that you can master the 80% of your success rate. And then we throw on some strategy on top and it's like magic. It's not magic. It's universal law. It is simple. I promise you, after all this time in business and trying to figure it out the hard way, because trust me, I've built the funnels, I've built the websites, I've done all that stuff. I've done the chaotic crap. And I've found a simpler way. So what if that were possible? What if? If that's of interest to you, I invite you to join my Facebook group, the Online Coaches Accelerator Hub, Acceleration Hub, for innovative and aligned strategies that help you build a full-time income without the funnels, without the websites, without the chaos, without the stress, and without having to sit in front of your computer for hours on end, losing your faith in humanity. Let's find a way for you to actually connect with people, actually help people, and get paid without having to struggle through all the technology.